Hi, and welcome back for another episode of Meet the Turners. I'm Nikki.
I'm Aaron.
And today we are doing a little Caesar's mukbang. So we have the stuffed crust, extramost bestest pepperoni.
There we go.
And we also have two kinds of wings that I have over here, the garlic Parmesan.
And I got the regular wings. Get that bad boy open. There you go.
Yeah, these are the garlic Parmesan.
And that's one of my favorites there, the garlic Parmesan.
And we have 4 different types of sauces. So we have the buffalo ranch, the butter garlic flavor, regular ranch, and cheesy jalapeno. They don't have no blue cheese. What kind of slipshod operation is they running?
That's what they gave me, sweetie.
Okay.
And we red cupping in.
Yes.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night.
You know, well, man, rest in peace, Johnny Kemp. Friday night, just got paid. You know, so.
Party jumping.
Okay. The
rum and coke. I don't even care about what I seen. I ain't put my things on. It ain't gonna matter after a few sips of this.
Okay, all right. We're gonna bless the food.
Oh, and I didn't start drinking.
Yeah, you got bless the food.
We need to say,
you didn't even put the church finger.
Lord Jesus.
You didn't even put the church finger.
I know, right? Go ahead.
Okay. Father God, thank you for the food we're about to receive for the nourishment of our body. These and all other blessings we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
Let's get going.
Lord. Well, let's get going. I gotta. Let me
You gotta repent.
Yes.
For drinking the nectar. The nectar before prayer.
The Lucifer liquor.
What
you open? You open up that regular ranch.
I got the regular ranch right now.
Yeah, I don't want to do that ranch.
Okay. We're going to enjoy the food a little bit before we start running off at the mouth. We got a lot to say, but we're not going to run it off with that. So, that's how that's going to be.
Their garlic Parmesan wings are good.
I think so too.
Yeah. What's supposed to be extramost bestest about this piece?
The crust is good.
That's the crust? Okay.
Grab one of them.
Go ahead.
Got Parmesan joints.
Either this is really good or I'm just really hungry.
Maybe both. I'm hungry and I never had this before, but it's pretty tasty.
Yeah, the extramost bestest pizza. This is our first time. trying this.
There's something going on in the crust. What's that? Cheese or something?
Yeah. I'm trying to get like Pizza Hut with the stuffed crust pizza. Mm-hmm. They was gonna have to upgrade it sometime later. That $5 special is gonna run out.
I mean, think about that too. You know, you always got the college kids, you know. Mm-hmm. But now, these college kids not even poor no more. Mm-hmm. These college kids got money. So they going to Pizza Hut in.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They had to upgrade.
And these college kids ain't broke no more. Mm-mm. Mom and dad giving them $1,000 in it every 2 weeks just for spending money. Mm-hmm.
I done dipped my crust in this garlic Parmesan sauce.
Mm. Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm.
Mm. Mm.
How'd you?
Ain't bad, Miss Licker.
I know, right? I sat over here and thought up some stuff.
Tell you. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, you know, we're going to eat a little bit. But we got a lot to talk about. Uh-huh. Man, Virginia boy, this thing, you can't even make this stuff up every day. I ain't talking about every day. I'm talking about every day. Every day. It's like a soap opera.
Yes.
So now, y'all, we're going to spill the tea. So, you know, you guys might have heard, might not have heard, but by the time this aired, you probably have heard. Lieutenant Governor, the brother, Justice Fairfax, he got another woman came with some allegation. Because the first one a little shaky to me. And not to say because this, you know, we still don't got no facts with this one either. But this one say they was friends when they was at Duke University. And he aggressively assaulted her. And again, to me, it's still a little kind of paper thin, to be honest, because we ain't wear whatever. And by the time this aired, he might have had a press conference right now. He's supposed to have a press conference with the about the second accuser. But I tell you what, there's definitely a witch hunt going on. And then Governor Northam, a.k.a. Cool Man, he said he ain't going to resign. What do we feel about that, Virginians? So, there's a lot going on. I said, it's like a soap opera. Like every day, there's something. And my thing is, if ain't nobody gonna resign, let's talk about my reparations. I want my 40 acres and a mule for my ancestors. If ain't nobody gonna resign. And that's real talk.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been going back and forth on Instagram.
I ain't heard about
with
that
these
right
people
now.
about blackface. Well, it's all racial. This has to do with that.
like I said on the last video, we do need to educate on that blackface because it's like I'm at the point of who didn't do blackface as a white person.
They're trying to say the Gucci shirt. It's a mask turtleneck combo. It's all black and it has red around the lips. It's a clear depiction of blackface. And so a lot of people voiced their opinions about it. And so Gucci ended up pulling the shirt. The shirt was $890. Gucci ended up pulling the shirt and apologizing. And so you got people still wanting to defend it, saying it's not blackface, it's just a turtleneck and a mask, and I'm not reaching for nothing. That's a clear depiction of blackface. Google Gucci shirt and see it, and it'll pop up and you'll see. Because we ain't learned how to do the whole pop the shirt up, the picture on the screen yet. When we learn how to do that, you know, we're not fancy with it yet.
I didn't
so
know
we
about
ain't learned that part yet.
Well, we can get on with this, so you can do that later.
No, I got the posters now. You go ahead. The picture.
I'm gonna try the cheesy jalapeno. See, I'm not big on this. I can see that right now.
Why you gonna try it?
I'm gonna try it.
You gonna try? Okay.
What's on a piece or wings or what?
I don't know what it goes on. Maybe it's for you to dip into your crust with.
Let me see.
Dip your stuffed crust part with it, yeah. Oh, you dipped a piece of chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't think you was going to dip your beloved chicken in it.
Not bad. Try a little piece of cheesy jalapeno. I don't think you gotta eat.
I'm gonna eat. But you know,
they're supposed to be there. They'll be there.
This is my thing. I don't care how big or small it is. Racial injustice is racial injustice, and I'm gonna always speak out on it. And you know, the guy, you're really triggered by this, and I don't get triggered by many things because my page is a petty mean page. So a lot of stuff I find funny that most people wouldn't. But anything dealing with race, I don't find funny. And it is a trigger. And I will speak out on it. How does that jalapeno taste?
It's not bad. Not bad.
Let me taste it.
It's not bad at all.
Let me taste that.
But I really think as a country we would...
It's not bad.
As a country, we would not grow until we really seriously address race. And the thing with 45, he clogged the racists on out of there, and they want to just do whatever they want to do. Not realizing we ain't our parents and our grandparents. And like the meme said in the beginning, don't let your president get your ass whooped. So if you looking at this or whatever, and 45 giving you some strength, you better sit your behind down. Sit your behind down.
It's a shame that they have to put on put stuff on here that's the obvious. So they got him do not microwave. Like, why would you think it's okay to microwave it?
You never know. You never know. But like I've been saying last couple of videos, we this is a good time for dialogue. Everybody's talking about, you know, resign and all this type of stuff, and I was one of them as well. Not to say I'm still not one of them, but this is a time for dialogue and educating.
It is.
You know, definitely. And I'm talking about our youngins because it shouldn't be in 2019 that we have a yearbook with Blackface because we failed to educate some of the millennials.
It's not okay. Let me tell you what else. One of the young little brothers on here was going back and forth with me in opposition. Young black man. And so another black guy, another young black man jumped on there, and I explained to him why I was racist. He says, well, Kodak Black wore this shirt, and, you know, y'all follow him, y'all listen to him, and that's why we just gonna make money from it. I said, hold on, first of all, I don't listen to none of these mumble rappers. That thing straight first. I don't follow them. I don't listen to them. None of that. Because I don't understand what they're saying. And I said, secondly, they only did that as a marketing tactic. To try to pull these young people into buying it. Oh, if Kodak Black wearing it, then it must be okay. Then it must not be. No, it's racist. And this is where we dropped the ball. Not educating our younger generation, our children, about blackface. Our parents educated us about blackface. And so that's why we are all shocked and in an uproar about it. We didn't educate y'all on blackface, and that's where we dropped the ball. Because y'all should be equally as pissed as we are. Kodak Black should have known that was wrong and not worn it. Maybe he didn't have a choice, you know. Maybe he in too deep.
And then too,
you know, I don't know, but
and then too, you
it's
talking
still
about
racist, regardless.
And you talking about our kids, which is the millennials. You know, this is probably the first generation who, you know, played with white kids and Asian kids and all that, and really played with them. You know, with no racial intent. And it's nothing wrong with that because that's how it's supposed to be. But we fail, just like Nikki said, to educate the black kids about the history. That's what we failed at.
That's what we failed at.
It was half the dream of King. You know, the King wanted us to someday black kids and white kids, you know, will play together and in harmony and all that. That's what he, you know, loosely said. But we failed with teaching our young black kids.
Taste that buffalo ranch.
So that's why you do your walk. You have black, white, Asian, you know, Arab and all that. You know, the best of friends, and everybody calling each other the N-word.
So this person just posted, y'all get offended for everything. You don't see Hispanics getting offended.
Nobody's going after Hispanics.
I don't know I suppose I gotta eat my pizza first, just like you said, eat my food. But don't worry, I'm gonna get him straight too.
Who's going after Hispanics?
Right.
We got one more, the butter garlic flavor. Gonna try out.
It's probably gonna taste like all the other garlic flavor. See, let me know if it tastes better than Papa John.
Like Papa John?
With a little garlic. That was more creamier.
Mm. I'm not a big fan of that one. It's kind of greasy, like grease.
It's creamy.
Yeah, it's just kind of like grease.
It looked like some butter that ain't been melted yet. Ooh.
But it's like grease to me. I'm not a big fan of that.
I don't know about that. It probably don't go on chicken. Let me see about bread.
What it is, man. Cake right.
I'm just saying. Yeah, it don't.
It's like grease to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you had grease in a pan.
Yeah, it do.
Leftover grease and you ate it.
I don't like that.
Mm-mm. You can't eat too much of that. Turn your stomach all up.
Yeah. That don't taste right at all. Mm. Yeah.
So, Justice Fairfax, our lieutenant governor, had woman number 2 up to bat.
Justin.
Damn.
Come on, Justin. I was halfway in your corner last night. Then you got woman number 2. Who is it? What this woman say?
Well, like I said before, they was friends, and this happened when they was at Duke University.
Mm-hmm.
Students at Duke University.
Mm-hmm.
And they were friends. And he, but her is still a little shady right now because she's saying that he aggressively forced himself on her. But, you know, as of now, we don't know no details, when, where, whatever.
So he aggressively threw himself on her. So they had sex. He forced her to have sex with him.
That's what's said so far.
And she never pressed charges.
She didn't press charges until for the strength till the other one came up.
Was she a black woman or white woman?
I don't know yet.
The first woman was a white woman.
She's black.
She was black.
She's light skinned.
Light skinned.
Mm-hmm. But again, you know, not judging or saying yay or nay. If he has the issue, it's definitely a pattern. But at the same time, who's to say that somebody paid another woman to say this?
Right.
You know, just like, you know, how we look at NCI's Los Angeles and all them special victim unit. What's the evidence? What the DNA?
Right.
You know?
And if it is a pattern, it's a lot more women in between the one from Duke and this other one.
Yeah, because you're talking about his college years, and then you're talking about 2004 when he was like a staffer. So, you know, and the powers who are doing this, because it's, you know, number one, it's definitely an attack on the Democratic Party of Virginia. That's number one.
Yeah.
Because somebody digging up some dirt.
Uh-huh.
That's number one. And then number two is, okay, you know, who to say that this person, these people, are not searching these people to say, hey, look, I give you X amount of dollars to say these things about Justice Fairfax.
Right.
So, not defending him by any means. Because if he's guilty, he need to be held accountable. But we can't go on, you know, judging people and, like they say, you know, you innocent till you prove guilty.
Uh-huh.
He's already been slandered in the press already. as I say, the court of public opinion already found him guilty now. Need to resign, need to resign. So, as I say, playing devil advocate, what if both of these are just a hoax that somebody paid? So you gonna tell the man resign if he know it ain't true?
Right.
So we don't know. And again, not defending him by any means. But we know how dirty politics can be.
Mm-hmm. But what we do know is true is what Governor Northam has done.
Yeah. Like I said, actually I put this post on Facebook earlier. If he gonna stay, if Mr. Coon Man gonna stay, he refused to resign, I want my reparation. He could actually sign a bill. You guys need to notice, he actually can sign an act to start the process of reparation. He could be the first governor in the United States to start the process of all reparations. And I gotta thank my brother, Dr. Amar Glover, for pointing it out to me. And he had the Reparation Act and all that, which the next video I'm gonna have that for you. So, okay.
Right.
He Mr. Coon Man, this, that, blah, blah, blah.
Make it right.
Make it right. You be the first governor, especially the governor of the Commonwealth of these United States, sign the act, starting the reparations. And I can get my 40 acres and a mule for my ancestors. I don't want you to stay up in there and not resign and you don't do nothing for nobody, for black folks in Virginia. Do that. I want my reparation. Because clearly look like you're not gonna step down. So start the process of getting these reparations. And we're going to go ahead and shut it down. And final note, I talked about Al Sharpton yesterday, whatever. Al Sharpton, you need to stay the hell away out of Virginia. We don't need more of the circus. We don't.
I know. I'm in agreement with you.
Yeah, we don't need no more of that circus. We already got a circus.
Surprised.
We already
black folks are not.
We already got a circus going on, and we don't need that. And let me tell you about brother Al Sharpton. Yes, he has done. He brings light to a lot of situations that you would not know. Mm-hmm. But it's a price to that. He's not going on his own free will. You got to pay. Al has a booking fee. You have to pay for him to come to save the day or bring light to it. His a lot of his famous stuff was with Gina Six with them guys. He did an excellent job with that. Even down to Michael Basin. Radio host did an excellent job with bringing light to them young men who got justice. That's what he does. But for something like this, we are, it's already worldwide news. We don't need him. So
about his price now. The price probably went up by now.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm trying to get some more food in me, so I'm gonna get some of the wings.
Go ahead.
But
I'm not gonna tell the story right.
Well,
I'm a little hype.
Yeah, well, I have a family friend that years ago needed our services, and so they reached out to Al and the Action Network or whatever he's a part of, and at that time, if you ain't had $10,000, Al won't come. The family didn't have $10,000, so Al did not come. So he's not coming on his own free will. Martin Luther King, all these guys, Martin had SCLC, SNCC, and all them people, NAACP, finance for his trips and all that, in his church shoes, dressed up, and all that type stuff. Mm-hmm. So it is a business to this thing. So don't be fooled like these people just coming just to save the day. Let's go in reality.
Oh, and this here business deal. Mm-hmm. He ain't coming on his own. If he was really trying to help, somebody would have notified all of our community leaders here.
Yeah.
in Richmond.
When he didn't do that, shout out to Charles Willard.
He didn't. His crew or whoever, because he came to Union.
Yeah.
Which is the HBCU. He came to Union, and whoever
the alumni sponsored him.
The alumni should have made sure that the community leaders got involved. You know, if he was really here to try to make it. And I understand that initially he was booked for a different reason.
Yeah.
But in light of the situation, he changed his speech.
And you know.
But still, somebody should have. Yeah. He should have been notified.
I ain't gonna fall out for that because you know that's business. You know. But I don't want you guys to be twisted that these people like this are coming on their own free will.
Mm-mm.
So.
And Al knows by speaking about this issue puts him in the spotlight too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. What is he going to do that's going to change anything?
And like I said, his claim to fame is to bring light to situations the situation that would have not brought light before.
Right.
We don't need it with this. This is already worldwide news.
We already had the light on us.
Yeah, so we don't need him. You know, he added to the circus already in Virginia. We as Virginians, black, white, green, brown, or whatever, we solve this ourselves. We don't need him. But anyway, we're going to shut this thing down. We had talked a little bit. We're going to shut this thing down.
Go ahead. Yeah, we got to shut this thing down because these people on Instagram, I'm about to light them up.
All right, we should shut. Mm-hmm. All right.
I can't light them up because I'm talking to y'all. But I'm about to light them up. Lord, how long we been talking?
What
did I say? 32 minutes? I can't see.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, hold on. I can't see. You know, I ain't got my glasses on.
All right.
All right, y'all. Bye.